2025 is the year we turn the tide on childhood obesity and chronic disease, and we got the game plan to get our kids fit and healthy again.
Childhood obesity rates have tripled in the past 30 years.
Obese kids, overweight kids, autism, diabetes, it didn't exist.
The amount of children that are on some type of psychiatric medication right now, it was astounding. Kids between 2 years old and 17, it's like in the 60 million range.
Your child is playing sports, they want to do a baseline EKG.
What? Why?
Unprecedented health
Why?
issues.
It's more important now that we get our kids moving and eating healthy.
Let's face it, just getting our kids fit and healthy in 2025, it has to be a top priority for all of us. As parents, it is our responsibility to ensure our children develop healthy habits that benefit them for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, physical activity, nutrition are the foundation of a healthy lifestyle.
I totally believe that our kids are facing a crisis, probably more unprecedented health challenges that you can ever think of. Growing up, I never saw so many obese kids, overweight kids, people with kids with autism, diabetes. It didn't exist. And today it's straight in our faces.
Yeah, and even when we were kids, the amount of children that are on some type of psychiatric medication right now, it was astounding. I saw this one reputable doctor posted on Instagram, social media a couple of days ago. It's in that they're saying kids between 2 years old and 17, it's like in the 60 million range.
Wow.
Of how many kids have on some type of psychiatric medication.
Yeah, for depression, anxiety, or something.
ADHD, ADD, whatever you want to label it.
To go on to that, I just heard today that more and more doctors are suggesting that if your kid, your child, your teenager is playing sports, they want to do a baseline EKG.
What? Why?
Unprecedented health
Why?
issues. Yeah, why? It's not too hard to kind of figure out why. You just put your head to it.
See, when we were growing up, you didn't have any of these things.
No, not at all.
Anyway, I
Yeah.
digress.
Well, I think more. So yes, we got all those different issues going on there, and I think one of the huge problems we have is just this overwhelming presence of screens in our lives.
Okay.
From school to social media, even to gaming, and kids are just stuck on these things. Well, at least I think they're studying about 6+ hours a day, just stuck on a screen.
Yeah. Because if they're in school, they're given an iPad or a computer and they do the work on the computer or the iPad. They take the tests, they read on there, then they come home and they do the homework on those devices still. They're still doing homework, right? And these devices are teaching them. I don't know why the teachers are not teaching them, but the devices are teaching them.
It's true.
Because if they have certain apps or programs that's doing the teaching, right, even on YouTube, they're teaching them. And then after they're done with their homework, guess what they turn to? Their phones to see what, to catch up on whatever they missed during the day or to scroll.
Their friends.
Then they go on video games.
Yeah.
They play video games.
Yeah.
So I could see that how easily that goes from 6 to 8 hours.
When I was in middle school, even elementary school, I come home, do my little homework. I'm on the bike. I'm outside. I'm going to a friend's house, knocking on doors. Hey, let's go to the park. Let's play basketball. Let's play baseball. Let's go skateboarding. Let's go do something. And now these kids are so sedentary. This lifestyle, and it's just so devastating to their overall health, physical, mental, emotional health.
Yeah, it is. But anyway.
What are you going to say?
I was just saying, if kids see if their parents not out doing things or doing things outside, most likely kids will follow. But
I thought you were going to say something about food. That's what I thought you were
that
going to
too.
say, because you're the food queen.
That too. It's like, they're probably eating junk food as they're doing their work, right? They're snacking, right?
Yeah.
So
That's true, though. Not to make fun of you with that, because I know you're the food queen. The food queen.
I wear my crown proudly.
I can't sing at all. But no, that seriously is a major issue when it comes to unhealthy food options. I mean, all the sugary snacks and cereals, the Pop-Tarts for breakfast, at school, the donuts, all the processed
Cookies.
meals,
The
from
cookies, the potato chips, the Gatorades, the whatever. Powerades, that's the thing now, the candy.
the energy drinks. I don't even know what they call Celsius, and all this stuff is just all processed. At school, they can't even feed good food to kids anymore. They can't give you an apple or a carrot. They got to go and order the local takeout spots
Yes.
to be a special meal for the kids and feel like they're really doing something good.
Yeah, a lot of schools, if they have the processed food lunch, if the school's fortunate to have a staff that actually heats up whatever processed food they send, or some schools they order out from the fast food restaurants.
Yeah, so I agree with you. It's definitely more than it's so easier. It's much easier now for kids to develop unhealthy eating habits.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. And when you think of snacks, it's like the kids' minds go straight to something that they can open a package, right?
Yeah, because you're playing video games. They say, "Oh my God, I'm a little hungry, so I'm gonna go get some Doritos." And so I'm gonna eat some Doritos, and then I'll go back to playing video games. I'm munching the whole time. Next thing I know, the whole bag is gone, and you ate. I don't remember ever being full on Doritos or satisfied.
No, you're not, because first of all, the bag is half empty.
Full air.
It's full of air, but also that Frankenfood is not going to satisfy you nutritionally. It's not.
Yeah, and all these poor choices that present themselves to kids and the parents. That's what leads to the health issues, the mental health issues, the ADHD, all the sugar that run through their
Yes.
body, the obesity, the diabetes, and a host of other health problems.
Yes, and heart disease, which they want to have a baseline EKG for
So
children who want to play
crazy.
sports. It's
Yeah.
it's coming from somewhere, right? And if you're seeing more children having heart disease, that's just astounding just to hear that. Those two words in a sentence, children having heart disease. You say you want to get in front of it by testing all kids.
And what even drives me more insane is the fact that for me to have all these medications going out to patients doing these different kind of tests, we're not having more disease because we have a lack of tests or lack of medications. We got to do those to throw a band-aid on something that's a deeper problem, a deeper root cause causing all this.
Yeah.
It's really, really something. But no, irregardless of all that, when it comes to kids, parents set the tone
Yes.
for their children's health.
Yes.
They just do. They're the ones who are the leaders of the house,
Exactly.
and kids emulate their parents.
Right, because the parents are the one taking care of those children financially, teaching them things, showing them things. You're raising these children, so they're looking to you, right? So you're teaching them how to eat. If you're not eating good, you're going to teach them not to eat good.
Yeah, I mean, the first 5 or 6 years, you have to train
Yes.
the kids. The kids don't come out of the womb like, oh yeah, guess what? I'm going to be this way. Woo! No, you train them upon the values that you do, and then part of the values that we train them are eating habits and what we believe to be healthy.
Yes, their base of who they really are is there, but you help develop that person to be, you help mold that child to be a productive member of society, right?
Yeah.
So that's why you teach them how to eat properly. That's why you teach them manners, right? You teach them simple common sense things. You teach them, okay, don't touch that stove, it's very hot. Don't put your hand in there, right? These are things you teach them.
You got to teach them and train them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I look at kids like a little apple seed. They're little seeds in which you put them in the right environment. They're going to prosper. They're going to grow. They're going to be nurtured, and they're going to develop into fine young people. You put that same seed in a bad environment, they're going to go a whole different path.
Are they even going to grow?
Are they going to grow? Are they going to way they're going to think, the way they're going to eat? And so you do the same thing with the apple seed. Good environment, healthy apple tree, lots of apples being fruitful. Bad environment, bad soil, it's going to die.
It's going to die. It's not going to produce good apples. It's going to produce really bad apples.
Yeah.
If you think about it, yeah.
Completely.
Yeah.
So if you want your kids to eat healthy, you have to eat healthy.
It starts with you.
100% starts with you. And And I think if you go back to before they're even here in the womb, it starts with the mom.
What she eats, what she gives that child. Yes, agree,
Yeah.
agree.
Now the kid is born. What kind of food are you going to give it? Are you going to go to the sugary formulas? Are you going to have breast milk? Then when it gets to food, are you going to give them smushed up mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes and broccoli as their baby food? Or are you going to give them that nasty stuff that comes in a, I don't know what it is, in a jar? Yeah.
Yeah. Or and some parents they think they. Yesterday when we were at the store, I saw this baby, this couple. They had a baby. The baby was not walk. The baby couldn't walk, but the baby could eat food, and the baby was whining because the mom had a bag of cookies in her hand, and of course the mom opens the bag of cookies and give one to the baby, and the baby obviously shoves it in the mouth and stop whining. But I said all that to say the mom is starting a bad habit right there. Because in her mind, oh, I'm giving my baby a treat. But you start training that taste bud right there. That baby was probably 9 or 10 months old.
Bring it home full circle. Just heard a story today. One of my patients, her husband is going through cancer therapy, a lot of radiation, been battling it for a long time. And she met somebody in the waiting room where those people have a family member being treated as well. Well, and they were nice, they're praying, so they're praying for her, having good wishes, good energy, what have you. Then the lady proceeds to give her a gift, say, well, I really wish you well. That gift was cookies. That doesn't promote health.
No,
Right,
not
and
a
trying to
bag
get
of
healthy,
apples.
it goes backwards, right? So that's full circle. You think you're doing well, it's a great gesture,
Right.
but not well-intended, but not the right way to deliver it.
You're right. How many times do you see this at schools, right? The kids do well and the teacher or they behave well or whatever they do well and the teacher will give them a candy as a treat, right? Or parents send candy in their lunchbox as a treat because they probably did good on a test the day before.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like you
Always going to some sugary treat. Always,
yeah,
always. That's a
I don't
culture.
understand that.
Well, you do. It's with the culture. It's just unfortunate. We have to turn the tide and take charge and make ourselves responsible as parents.
Yeah.
And the sooner you can introduce foods, the better. Right? You want to introduce them as quickly as possible. And there's different strategies to do that. And if you're not doing it now, start it today. Start introducing broccoli. 5% broccoli today is better than 0% broccoli.
Yes, agreed. And if for people who have bigger kids, that's in elementary or middle school or even possibly high school, start small, as the good doctor here says. Start small.
No.
Just once they get used to seeing it and you stop buying all the drinks, the sugary drinks and the junk food, because you're the parent, you don't have to buy it.
Yeah.
Right? And you work with your spouse or your partner to get them on board too. What do you say to people who have partners that don't want to get on board?
So if you want to incorporate it and you're the one who's doing the meals, introduce it slowly but surely. Slowly and surely they will get on board. It could be 2 weeks, it could be 2 days, it could be 2 years, it could be 2 decades. They will get on board. It just takes time.
I said that I asked him purposely because that's how I did it with him.
Yeah.
And it's just, for a long time, we would have, so you will make pancakes from the box. And then I started buying
That's
the
right.
whole grain pancakes. Then
Homemade.
Yeah. Then you said, okay, you'll eat the whole grain. And then I switched down to homemade.
Yeah, it's a process.
It's a process. It took a little while, but
It's hard to break.
it was being done slowly. And
Yeah.
it's like I would make desserts and cookies and I will always cut back to sugar.
Yeah, and so that's the thing. You
It's
just want to
slow.
change the habit.
Yeah.
You're in charge as a parent.
Yeah.
When it comes to eating. Also, you're the parent when it comes to exercising. Because if you exercise, the kids will exercise.
That is true. They see you doing that, they will most likely follow in your steps and do the same as they get older. And if your kids sit in front of a TV all day and they're not in sports, and you have to take the initiative and say, let's all go for a walk.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. You don't got to run marathons to get them excited about it. You do little things and they'll find their own little thing that they enjoy.
Yeah, you go outside and you play with them.
Yeah. Yeah. So exercise and your kids will exercise. Brush your teeth and have good oral habits. Your kids will have nice teeth.
That is true.
And you incorporate a good diet as well, then you'll even have nicer teeth. I say it all the time. I mean, I do. I see it all the time that kids come in, they have cavities, and I hear the parents say, "I told you so." Like, what? You told you so? No,
You're the parent.
you're the parent. You're the one buying the food. You're the one teaching them how to brush. You're the one showing them all these different habits that got to be in the situation that they're in. So no, that's not the case at all.
Correct.
You're the parent. Gotta take responsibility for your kid and train them and teach them the right way.
Yes, and if they get upset with you, trust me, it's just temporary. They'll get over it.
That's great. That's a great piece of advice. A lot of times we feel that we hear something and it's the end of the world. No, or our kid won't be able to handle it because they're just kids.
They're resilient.
They're resilient. You do what you got to do. It doesn't last long. Short-term pain for long-term gain, I always tell.
Yes. And the more you introduce these good foods into their life, guess what? The better they will act.
True. Yeah. Yeah. And the better you will act as a parent because you're doing all the right things. You're feeling good, doing exercise, you're eating the right things. You got a nice, beautiful smile. You drink all the water you need to. You start acting right. Kids will also start acting right.
Right.
Because they have proper nutrition. They got to exercise. They they're not obese.
Yes.
They're feeling good. The endorphins are kicking in. The dopamine's kicking in. All this stuff is going right. And they got a nice smile. They can go out to school and do a little selfie and put on their little post, whatever. They're going to feel really good.
Yes, they're going to. I always say kids act a certain way at school or around parents having tantrums or whatever they're doing. I think it's in the food because kids are not being fed nutritionally. There's a lot of deficiencies, and that's what's causing a lot of those behaviors. You're not acting right. On top of that, your kids are seeing that too.
When kids act up and don't behave well at school or in public, it's coming from the home. Coming from the home.
Ooh, ouch.
No, it's where else is it coming from? It's not coming from my home. It got to come from somewhere.
Yeah,
It's Appleseed.
Yeah.
And trying to bring it back when we talked about screen time. Listen, if you're not on your phone all day or on a computer all day and scrolling around just wasting time, not being productive, then your kids won't have the phone and being non-productive or just scrolling all day long. Because let's face it, a lot of times we want our phone and tablets to be the babysitter, and it's given at a really early age.
Yes, they do. I see it all the time in the stores. They want to shop in peace, so they give the kid the phone or the iPad, and the kid is just glued to the screen. And I've seen it young as toddlers, a year old, swiping.
They know how to work those bad
They know
boys.
how to work those phones. And it's sad when you have to do that instead of getting the kid involved with you in shopping, teaching them how to shop, how to
Yeah,
shop for healthy foods.
that is such a good piece of advice right there. The school, it's a great opportunity to train and teach the kids how to shop, how to read labels, where to shop, where to go,
Correct.
how to organize, how to plan out the meals.
Right, how to
all this
budget,
stuff, how to
everything.
budget,
Yes.
how to pay
Yep.
for stuff, how to engage with the person behind the register, how to engage with people.
Conversation
Yeah.
wise, yes.
It's
how to
such
act in public.
Yeah,
It's all a learning, teaching. It's all
great,
learning
man.
grounds, right?
Yeah.
And when you act a certain way, sorry, when it's all a training ground and you're never off duty as a parent.
that's right.
So your children are always watching you,
Yeah.
always. Whether they're like fully just staring at you or indirectly, they're watching you.
That's the key point of all this is you don't tell kids how to live.
Right.
You show them how to live. You nailed it right there. You're on fire today. No, because if you want to have if you will get, if I was a parent, if you will get healthy, the kids will.
Yes, we'll get healthy too.
Yeah.
They'll fall in line.
They'll
Yes.
fall in line 100%. They act right, they're gonna fall in line. And ultimately, if you show them all of these great values and ways to thrive, they're gonna have a life in which they can thrive and not just survive. They're gonna enjoy life, not endure it.
That is so true. I know a lot of people always ask me, a lot of teachers, your kids are so well behaved in the classroom. What is your secret? Broccoli. But no, seriously, they watch what we do, how we act, what we eat, how we communicate, and it all starts with food. It starts with what's on our plate.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And we show them. We just show them how to do it all.
Right? We demonstrate it. Yeah.
What's your goal as a parent? Is your goal just to have kids, or your goal to raise the kids to be
Phenomenal people.
phenomenal human beings that are 100 times better than you? Man,
Mm-hmm.
I want my kids to be so much better than me.
Yes, to go further, to be greater. Yes.
Just a better person, better
Yes.
everything. Just I want you to be better. So I'm gonna give you everything I know that makes a big difference in your life. That way you can make the right decisions to move forward. And then anytime you do that with that powerful intention, you're gonna come across a lot of disruption. Things are gonna come
Mm-hmm.
your way, the wind's gonna blow in your face and make it difficult.
Mm,
And that's just the challenges of life though.
that's good.
You just gotta overcome them and just be that strong parent, because when you're that strong parent, you're gonna have those strong kids.
How do they move forward?
Learn the skills from other people who have been there and done that. That's the best way.
Yes. Reinvent yourself too. When you hire these coaches, you have a new you.
They'll hold you accountable.
Yeah, that holds you accountable. So this way you can raise that successful, that child of yours to be a success.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm really curious to know what your thoughts are. I bet you're probably curious as well. Now, what do you think about how to get kids healthy in 2025 and beyond? I mean, is this resonating with you? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think we're just blowing hot smoke and hot air? Or are you vibing with us? Let us know in the comments below.
Agreed. We have created a community for where we can have discussions, frequently asked questions, presentations, all about everything we've talked about. We have weekly coffee chats with ours truly here, the good doctor. There's so much information on there. There's a link in the description below. We would like for you to check it out.
Yeah, definitely check it out. And it's your opportunity to learn new material, information about how to get healthy. We're not trying to make you Mrs. or Mr. Olympia by building all this muscle, but we want you to stop this with the frustration that you may have, not being able to deal with a current health challenge you may have, or inability to lose weight. That way we can help you live an amazing life where you can enjoy it and not endure it.
Thank
Get healthy again. Take back control of your health. Click the link down below. Join the first 25 members. If at the time of this are completely free, come talk with us. You will talk with both of us live on different chat sessions over Zoom. So thank you for watching.
Yes. Until next time, be well.
All right, take care.